Happy New Year, all. I went to the Dollar Tree today. I hadn't been out in a while because I was still sick, and I made myself. I was wanting to go out yesterday, but a lot of places were closed. So I got out today, and I'm glad that I was able to shop. I wanted to look around and stuff, but I just went in the Dollar Tree and I got very little. It's nothing, my hauls aren't going to be what they used to be, but I don't even know if they ever were really big. But anyways, doesn't matter. I'm just showing you what I have. It's Friday night. If you're home and you're bored and you're watching me, well, Happy New Year and all those good things. And hopefully 2026 will be better. I'm pretty sure when I made my wish or my last year's New Year's Eve post, I said, let's hope it's going to be a better year. I have to say 2026 was better than 2025 though. I will say that. But anyways, I just got some of these because I have lots of wax tea lights for emergencies, especially, I think I told you all, our power was going off and on quite a bit. So I'm trying to hoard all of my wax candles. But in the winter, I like, actually all year round, I like to be comfy, cozy, and have electric candles or wax candles blowing or whatever. So these are really bright. And I've used these for I've had other ones, I've used them for at least a year before the battery goes on them. So I know they have rechargeable ones and things like that, but those are good enough for $1.25 or whatever they're at. Now I have a bay window in my living room, and then on the side of that, it's flanked by two, there's a big window, and then there's two smaller windows on the sides. And I was trying to figure out what to do with them because I want to be able to draw the curtains, open them all the way to let in all that light, but I don't want the sides of the window not covered, if that makes sense. So I have privacy film on a lot of my windows. In one of my kitchen windows, I have the one that you can see out, but they can't see in. But I don't know. I think I will probably use this temporarily. Sorry, guys. It's frosted window film, but it has this pattern on it. I wish they had a stained glass effect, but I don't. But anyways, it's 12 by 40 inches for this one piece. So actually one of these would cover one of the windows. So I actually need two, but I thought I could just cover halfway up at least. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait. This doesn't look like it would be really privacy film because you can see the square grid on the back. So is it going to be really private? Let's take a look. It's not giving real privacy. Well, oh yeah, there you go. It's that diamond sort of pattern. I've seen this before. Yeah, I'd like to get a stained glass look for both the side panels, but in the meantime, I'll go and get another one of these and do both the windows. Or whatever I'm gonna do, I'll figure it out later. I got my son these. We don't buy dude wipes and all that. We just buy good old baby wipes because hygiene is important, I guess. This is waterproof tape for bandages and that, but my son, he started taping his mouth. And I said, I'm going to the Dollar Tree. I'll have a look for the mouth tape for sleeping. And they didn't have it, but we'll see about this. I don't know. This is for bandages and stuff, but the other one was for sensitive skin and it wouldn't stick to beards or mustaches or whatever. So I'm going to assume that this is going to work. Otherwise, he's just going to order the mouth tape off of Amazon. But essentially, the mouth tape is the same thing. So I'm going to cut this little piece off just so you guys don't think I'm going to put my fingers all over his mouth tape, but I think this will be fine. Let's see. There's no way I could have this on my mouth overnight. There's absolutely no way. I'd wake up in some sort of panic. But anyways, he had a slight overbite when he was younger. Actually, that's a lie. He had an extreme overbite, and he had to have braces. And still now, his orthodontist was amazing, but he still is a mouth breather at night. So he said he used it, and he says it's improving his sleep. So I don't think it's a myth. I think it really does work. I just got popcorn. I'm going to start making my own with the kernels. But in the meantime, sometimes my other son gets home late and he wants a snack. So I got this again. This is like, I've bought this like 4 times now. It's an electrolyte drink. And you can make your own electrolytes, but I really like this. And we are trying to drink more water. So whatever, I mean, I do drink a lot of water, but whatever encourages you to drink more is just do what you need to do, and then worry about cutting back sugars and all that later. This is another repurchase. I already got into it. It's the Joy Burst Super Soda. And Joy Burst has a lot of health related products and stuff like this. And I love this one. I like this more than, what's the other one called? What's that probiotic drink? Olipop? But then there's another one. I like this better than those drinks. I love this Joy Burst. And I got some yeast because I bought flour to do Christmas baking and all that, which I really didn't get around to do because nobody wants baked goods or whatever around here. So I'm going to make bread. I'm going to make bread, and I'm going to make yeast buns, because if you've never made yeast dinner rolls, there is something so good about a yeast dinner roll. And this is a repurchase. I love hibiscus tea. I love sorrel, all those things. And hibiscus is a really good drink for ladies, for our organs. I'm just going to say that. So this is really good. You just add cold water. I mean, I imagine you could use it for hot water tea as well, but it's got 18 tea bags in it, and it is really, really good. And then I try not to buy too many nail polishes. I try to use up what I have before I buy another one, but I don't, this one is like a color. I don't know if I mixed it up with another white that I had, but it's just not giving me the coverage. But I find LA Colors really nice, and their coverage is pretty good. This one kind of has a sparkle to it. And I want brighter colors. I used to be afraid. I used to wear really muted colors, and there's a real pink color that it's a very subtle pink color. I used to be very subtle. So no, I want splashes of color on my nails now. So, and it came with this little, look at that, isn't that cute? It's a little emery board. So cute. My nails keep peeling. They were growing out so good, and then this one, these ones are all okay, but this one peels back. It breaks and peels almost immediately. So, anyways, that is the color I got. It doesn't say the names. LA Colors, I don't think names their names, but names their nail polishes. But that's a real nice pop of color for this drab, dreary winter, which I'm coping with. It's been nice out. It's been really cold, but it's been nice. And then, what else did I get? I got chips. I already busted into them because they are, they're like a knockoff Dorito, which they're fine. They're absolutely fine. They're cheaper. And I had to break into them before I did this because I had to wait for some stuff to upload because my phone is jam-packed with janky content, and I couldn't do anything until stuff had uploaded so I could delete it. iPhones are another beast altogether. They're another animal altogether. I just like an old-fashioned card that I can take in and out and replace as I need memory. But anyways, this is new. Basset. And it's festive, or I guess it's just hot cocoa trail mix. And I love trail mix. And trail mix can be kind of high fat, high sugar choice, but you don't eat a lot of it. You maybe eat maybe a little handful of it, and then you're satisfied, and it's a sweet treat. And I didn't get any other chocolate. I had some chips when I got in, and I was craving chocolate, and I remember I grabbed this. So I already tried this, and for $2, trail mix can be very expensive. And for $2, I'm going to give this a 10 out of 10. So it is really good, and I really like it. There was another one there as well, so I'll get this again. But it has roasted peanuts, praline peanuts, dark chocolate, flavored peanuts, which was be like an M&M's, marshmallow flavored chunks, and dark chocolate flavored chunks. I swear there was some fruit in here, but okay. But anyways, 10 out of 10. That's a new product. And I think that's it. That's it. That's all. That was almost $30. I looked at the Valentine's. The whole reason why I went to Dollar Tree today was to look at the Valentine's Day stuff. And to be honest, I'll probably go back and get there's a couple tea towels I want, like the cotton ones. I will go back and get those. But there's some cute stuff there, but nothing that I wanted, which is a first, because usually I love the Valentine's Day stuff. But I'll go back probably next week, and they'll have more stock in. And they also had a little bit of Easter stuff in. So that will be on the shelves as well by next week, if not tonight. And they even had St. Patty's Day stuff out. And all of the Christmas stuff was 50% off. And as far as I know, in our store anyways, there was never Christmas stuff on for half price. It was never on sale. They just take it off the shelves. I've just never seen that. I know other stores do it. But I was going to get a Valentine's. I've taken down most of my Christmas stuff. My tree is still up. This was my 50th Christmas, and I actually had, I'm going to say, one of the best Christmases of my entire life. Yeah. And I decorated my living room. Obviously, I decorate throughout the house, but I decorated my living room, and I really didn't want to take the Christmas decorations down. And usually Christmas, and I know this happens with a lot of people, Christmas can be overstimulating, and the lights, the noise, everything, the hustle and bustle of it is just too much, which I've found in other years. But this year I wanted to keep the stuff up. So I took it down a little bit today, and I still have to take that, the tree down. But yeah, I'm going to make a garland. I have some cream colored fabric, so I'm going to cut out some hearts, and I'm going to sew them and just make little puffy stuffed hearts, and use yarn to string them and make my own garland. I'm glad I didn't buy the garland at the Dollar Tree, because when I was coming home, I thought, I don't want red or pink, not like they had at the store. So I'm just going to custom my own Valentine's Day decor, which is really what we should be doing, because all the garland was just heart cutouts on some foil cardboard, and we can all do that on our own. But of course, if you have mobility issues or things like that, and sometimes you don't have the time or you don't want to do it, then buy it. I'm not saying not to, but I'm going to make my own garland. And yeah, that's another thing. 2026, a lot of people I see discussing that it's a no-buy year. I think my no-buy year was last year and the year before, to be honest. But I'm very conscious of my purchases. I don't answer to anyone at the end of the day, neither do you. But consciously, I'm very careful with what I buy and what I bring into my house. And if something comes in, something goes out. But I'm gonna, obviously, There's a lot of stuff that I have to replace this year, so I will be having to buy it. But if you see something, if you say, I'm going to do a no buy 2026. If you are out and about and you see something that you like, there's no person that you answer to. You don't need to, buy it. If you want it, buy it. If you can afford to buy it, buy it. And if you really want it, buy it. You don't answer to anyone. Okay? And you certainly don't have to answer to people on social media that you probably don't even know. So, and there were years where I had to buy for my kids and I couldn't buy for my own self or whatever. We don't, like I said, I don't have to give anyone an excuse, and neither do you. If you want it, buy it. It's your money. So I'm going to be cautious of what I buy. I'm going to be careful, but I'm not going to call it a no buy 2026, because you should have that mantra for your whole life, to be careful of your purchases. And but I've found when I am more careful, like you get innovative. Like I said today, I'm not going to buy that Valentine's garland. I'm going to make it, and you get your creative juices flowing, and you save a little bit of the environment. But just do what you want. My New Year's resolution is the same thing. I'm going to make better choices. I'm going to try to eat better, which I've been doing, except for, I had those chips, but I'm just going to try a little bit, because everybody every year, they say, I'm going to do this. I'm going to lose 100 pounds. I'm going to blah, blah, blah. I'm going to be a better person. You are already better. Obviously we can always improve ourselves. We can always try to be better and all those things, but we don't have to become something we're not. You're good enough. So that's my New Year's message to everybody. I've said it now. And I think reaching 50, I just don't, it's not that I don't care anymore, but I'm slowing down a little bit. I noticed that. I'm pretty healthy, but you get to a point where you can only read so many self-help books, go to so many self-help groups, and you just got to say, I'm just going to enjoy life, because that's what it's supposed to be. It's just supposed to be enjoyed. So spend less time worrying about making it perfect or making it right, and just enjoy it. Wow, I'm a philosopher. Okay, I'm going to wrap this up. I love yous all. Be good, be kind, be better, whatever.